This is the best Steve's Lava Chicken farm you can build in your survival world. And it works exactly like the one in the Minecraft movie. You pull the lever, a chicken drops, lava falls, the cooked chicken lands right on the counter and the bell rings when it's ready. Here's how it works. Chickens at the top lay eggs, which get pulled down into a dispenser that hatches baby chickens. And once they grow up, they're ready to be cooked. But you can push these adult chickens down already if you don't want to wait for them. When you pull the lever, the redstone wire lights up and briefly opens a trapdoor and a fence to drop one chicken. Then another signal opens these pistons just long enough to drop the lava and cook the chicken. The cooked chicken then travels through the hoppers and up a bubble elevator. Slides on the pressure plate, which opens up a final trapdoor, dropping the lava chicken right onto the counter. You can build this in your own survival world in both Java and Bedrock Edition without any commands or mods. These are all the materials you'll need. Are you ready to build it yourself? Let's get started.